I'm very happy.
I
Uh,
can imagine.
yeah.
And how does your sister feel?
She, I called her yesterday after the exam, and she was, it was unbelievable because she she didn't expect that I will pass my first attempt. Yeah. So
Wow, wow. Well, I knew you would pass. I wasn't sure the exact date. You might have told me, probably just skipped. But it's really remarkable. What day did you join our program? Do you remember the actual day you joined or time frame?
mm, it was in November.
Right.
Was it
Yeah.
in no, no, it was in December. Yeah.
Was it December? Oh, wow. That was
I
even quicker.
think that was in December. Yeah, I think because I joined the master class.
Uh-huh. Oh,
The
yeah. So you were in group 5 and you came for the ride. I think you joined, did you join late? But you were in the
Yeah, I
class.
joined late.
Yeah, so you joined late. It might be November, but here you
Yeah,
are now. And
Mhm.
yeah, and remind me, at the time you came on the program, had you done any agile training or no?
No, no, I no, I had
You were
no.
new to agile.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just talk about your process and why you wanted to get certified. I remember you told me why you wanted to get certified, but why don't you go ahead and tell us why you wanted to get certified? So let's start off with this slide about why PMP. Was it required for work or why?
Yes, I had to get certified because I wanted to, I just wanted to um, open up more room for me to improve,
Okay.
and get a better experience and to get a better job. Yeah, so because the place I am in right now, I want to leave, and
Okay.
I just wanted to add more value to myself. So
Hi, there's someone in the background. They should know that they should
yes,
know that we're celebrating your success and the whole world is watching on YouTube. So
yeah.
hi, whoever that was. It's a big deal if they want to come and make an appearance, I can speak to them. Yeah, they need to know that what you did is a huge, huge deal. What you did is worthy of all the accolades that we're giving you right now. So you ended up doing this because your work, you wanted to get a better job, not because your work demanded it, right? And you paid for it all by yourself?
Yes, I paid for it by myself. Mhm.
Wow. Wow. So leading up to finding Praizion, how did you discover us? Because some people do searches and other people watch YouTube. So which one was it?
Okay, so my sister actually told me about you because at the time she was preparing for exam, I think she was just a few days to doing taking the exam when she discovered you on YouTube.
Wow.
So she told me when I told her I wanted to take the exam, she said to go on YouTube and search for you. So
Wow.
immediately I got on YouTube and I searched for your videos. I became very captivated because
Oh.
especially because of Agile,
Ah.
it was really it was interesting to listen to you. Yeah, so that was how I came about.
Wow. That is awesome. So you came on the program quite quick and got done quite quick. It's in my mind, it's rather quick. How many hours were you studying in a day? How did you organize your study of the chapters, or are you just shadowing the class for the most part?
Okay, yeah. So I attended the classes, right? And then what I did was to go back, after the class, I usually just go back and watch the videos again.
Mhm.
And I watched other videos too on the learning system.
Okay.
So usually what I did was throughout the day, I just listened so it was like my music. So I
Mhm.
just listened to the audios and that was how I went about. So it was like I read throughout the day.
Mm,
Yeah.
gotcha. Did you follow, when we were done with the class in December, did you follow any particular order of agile and then predictive? And because the last few weeks are the most important, you must have been doing something intentional. How were you arranging your studying once the class was done?
Yeah, so once the class was done, I started with predictive.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, because I actually started with agile. Yeah, so I did the agile for the first part. I did the agile and I did Scrum. I went to the Scrum site. I read. So towards the end was when I started studying for the predictive. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's really remarkable. And did you do Ken Schwaber's free scrum.org exams, I said?
Yeah. Yes, I did all of them.
Wow, very good. And then you did our mock exams a number of times.
Yes.
How many times
I,
did you hit those?
I did the mock exam 3 times. Yes, I did the mock exam 3 times. And then I did all the tests for agile.
Okay.
And the ones for the 3 domains, I
Okay.
did them multiple times. For the agile, I was crazy about agile. So I did a lot of agile. I did it over and over and over again. Yeah.
Wow. And you found agile intriguing. Why exactly? Can you tell us why?
Yes, because agile is true to life. Is it's not unrealistic.
Mm.
Yes, it's very relatable with, because I mean things change. So I find it for me personally, like in my life, it was like, okay, yeah, I mean it happens every day. And
Mhm. Mhm.
I really just wanted to know how to be able to cope with change in
Mm.
my own personal life. So it was just me coming in, not just the exam, but me just having like this overview of how change works. So it was really the change aspect of agile that actually captivated me. Yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that. And I must say that since PMI changed the exam, a lot of people who ordinarily wouldn't have heard about Agile or even used it are now becoming more and more aware of Agile. So I'm taking a look at because I haven't done this for some days now. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Wow. You're really working the system. Very good. Yeah, I'm taking a look at how you were working those mock exams. So you took the 180 question mock exam, but you also took the people process business mock
Yeah.
exams, right?
Yeah.
And did you try the people process business at towards the end, or was that in the beginning?
Yes. I tried the people process and business towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah, because at the time we finished the class, I just wanted to do predictive because it
Mhm.
was voluminous, and it's voluminous actually, the textbook, and I was scared. I didn't know how I was going to do it. So I was really scared. So I just wanted to do the predictive, so I allowed for some time before I took the domain mock exam. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, yeah, okay. So you're really pounding it. Well done. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the records and I see that you're really working them really hard. So that's good. I mean, that's the way to succeed. Now, what about all the predictive mock exams? Tiny little 5 questions, 5 questions. Did you do any of those on the?
Yes, I did. I did some of those. Yeah, I did some of those. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. All right. So let's jump straight into the exam because you shared some really interesting nuggets with me, and I would like us to hit those right away. So let me go to that slide. So you took the mock exam multiple times, the rest of the tests on the learning system. I found it very helpful to know that mock exam was harder than the test. And
Yeah.
I concur with your comments that it's okay to help to keep it that way to help people prepare so we don't under prepare people, right?
Yeah.
So for those our friends watching who are on the system, they need to know that it's good to go through the questions as we have them. I found it very, very helpful and very revealing to put point 3 at 95% hybrid. Wow. And then 4% agile. This is very, very similar to another report that we got, but it helps me see how the exam might be changing more towards hybrid. Because most people would say agile and hybrid were, but I like the way you said hybrid is 95, because it helps us understand that one without the other is not going to be very helpful to us on the exam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The exam was, so it was throughout, it was just hybrid. It was just
Wow.
hybrid. And at the time I was really happy because I took the hybrid questions too, because it gave me, I mean, I was just, the exam was, I can't, it was just, I'm just happy that I took the mock exam, because that was how I was able to pass the exam, you know.
Wow.
It helped
The
me, and
experience.
everything you told us in class, it was almost like you knew what the exam would be like. You know? So yeah, it was hybrid, and the agile questions I got was not so much, you know, just, I mean, like when you have the agile questions, direct
Straight
agile,
ahead agile.
yeah,
Right.
it wasn't much. The
Wow.
predictive was, I mean, I don't think predictive will continue very soon, because
Wow.
what they were
Wow.
begging, predictive was begging to be in the exam.
Wow. Wow. So when we say, the way they made it hybridized was they combine a narrative that might be from an agile world, and towards the end, maybe they blend in something predictive, or
Yeah.
maybe in the answers, they blend in a predictive sort of answer, even though the question might sound more agile. Or can you describe how they mixed it in?
Yeah, so for the hybrid, it's very important to understand the manifesto, because that is just how you're going to pass the exam, the hybrid exam. You just understand the psychology of an agilist, like you understand the psychology, and you know the core values, the manifesto, the principles, you just know all that, because what they will be testing is how the question was, the thoughts pattern was agile.
Gotcha.
You know, like you have to understand the psychology of an agilist, and then they just added like, oh, so what would the project manager do? Because in agile you won't get the project manager. So that was how the questions were like, okay, what would the project manager do in an agile situation?
Okay, got it. That's very, very helpful, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot of folks who may not see it coming, but I'm really glad that you pounded on the people, process, business, and that you hit the people in particular a number of times. That was very commendable. Very good.
The exam is actually people focused.
I kind of guess, yeah, because even when they say people is 42%, I feel that it's probably more.
People is like 80% of the exam. It was
just
just people, meetings, co-locations, visual teams, how to build teams, how to speak with, communication was big.
People.
Conflict, how to resolve conflicts. So it was just people.
Gotcha. So I like what you put here. PMI came at you from the knowledge of communication, stakeholder, risk, servant leader, team building, and conflict resolution too. So really paying attention to the language. Now, help me understand this, Mary. Did you read the 6th edition at all?
Yes, I read my 6th edition.
Okay, I see. And in all, what will you say the weight, if you're going to give weighting to agile? Now I'm giving you some maths to do here. Agile practice guide, PMBOK guide, Scrum guide. If you were going to give weighting to 3 of them out of 100, which one will you give the most, and how would you break down, PMBOK 6, Agile practice guide, Scrum guide? Did you read the 7th, by the way?
I just glanced through
it. So let's say PMBOK 6, PMBOK 7, Agile practice guide, Scrum guide. Give them weightings in how they contributed to your success.
Okay, so Agile, first of all.
Okay.
You want me to give a percentage?
Yeah, me, I'm a numbers person. I always go with numbers.
Okay.
Numbers work.
Okay. For agile, I would say 70%.
Okay, let me share the screen so people can see what I'm doing here. One moment. So the Agile Practice Guide, hang on. I don't think I'm sharing properly. Am I sharing? Whiteboard, there we go. All right, this is a very important part of the meeting, probably one of the most important. Got to get it right. All right, Agile Practice Guide. And you said 70%.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And
$10.06.
Pembroke could be 20. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then we have 10% left on the Scrum Guide and PMBOK 7. Does
I
PMBOK
didn't
7
see
get 0?
I didn't see anything about 7 there. There was no-
Let's give it a 0. And the Scrum Guide.
The Scrum Guide, I think I want to change the Agile to 70, to 80, sorry.
Okay.
Agile to 80, Pembroke to 10.
Okay.
And the Scrum Guide I would give
You
10.
got 10 left, right? Okay.
Because
This is so helpful.
Questions.
This is so helpful. And we're just talking now about books, books that were read. And where would we would, this has the manifesto. Let's just say because it has the manifesto in it. Okay. Now let's talk about another lens of, the whole thing. So we have exams. So let's weigh scrum.org and how it contributed to you. And then let's also weigh the Praizion with the 180, the people, the process, the business. And you could just give Praizion one lump mark. But let's break them down into two. So I know the scrum.org really framed a lot of your understanding. So how would you break it down? You were going to give, marks in 100%.
I would just give Praizion the 100% because whatever I learned on the Scrum website, I actually learned. I already knew it was just me just trying to do it.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so I'll just give Praizion everything because everything is on the website, on the LMS, and
that's true.
So, yeah,
that's true. And Roy and I, we pretty much subscribe to what Ken says. He's one of our heroes. So a lot of what Ken preaches is in our content. So even though you took the mock exams there, we had kind of filtered in a lot of the concepts and the ideas from Scrum because that's what we believe in. This is very helpful, especially to those going through the program and trying to read so many books, trying to do so many websites. There's no point. Would you concur that if you follow the program, the Praizion program, there's no need for you to go buying other things elsewhere?
It's just a waste of money if you go buy something elsewhere. It's just a waste because you have, on the website, there was a time I was like, okay, so what do I read next? There's so much content, there's so much to read.
That's true.
On the LMS. So yeah.
That's true. Did you do this one right here? Did you said you listened to this?
Of course. Of course.
Day in, day out. Okay, let's talk to our friend Chandra in case there are questions that she would like for you to address. Chandra?
So far, no questions yet.
Good. Okay. Well, let's jump into the last part of this presentation here. So the last part is the whole of the exam. It's based on conflict. I've heard this from more than one person. Based on conflict, how to communicate with stakeholders and the team, and you got above target in all domains. That was the outcome you were expecting, correct, Mary?
Yeah.
You knew you were going to kill it. At what point did you know you were going to kill it? At what point into the exam?
Okay, so the first part of the exam, I finished very fast. So when the invigilator came in to guide me out, he was like, "You are done with the first one." I said, Yes. And he was surprised. And I was surprised, like, okay, what's up? So
Was that in about an hour, or how long was that?
no, I think it was about 30 minutes or
What?
yeah.
Are you kidding me? 30 minutes. Chandra is like, wow. And again, Gannett, who got certified from the class as well, she said something similar to what you did.
Yeah, she what she said made me go to the Scrum website, the scrum.org.
Uh-huh.
She made me actually take the mock exam because I was not going to take it. Yeah, but I mean, I could have still passed the exam without going there. So yeah.
Right, gotcha. So our friends on YouTube who are watching right now, if you got questions, you can put them into the box. The reason why we stream this is to help you to be able to get perspective and context of the exam. So let's talk about the second part of the exam. So you went for the break after the first part or not? Or did you just jump straight?
Yes, I took the break. You were advised to take the break. So I took my 2 breaks. Yeah.
Good, good. So you came back from the first break, jumped into part 2. Was the exam any harder for part 2 or same?
No, I think I struggled with about maybe 3 questions on the exam. Maybe just 3.
Are you kidding me? It was just like piece of cake.
Yeah. The thing about the options is that one of the options would always say, escalate this to the sponsor. I just knew, no, we're not doing this. So I had like three options to choose from, and it was, I mean, I just canceled the canceled one out of the 3, and then I had 2 left, and I was like, it's easy, yeah.
Very good. I love it. I love it. And you got done with part 2. And you took the break and you came back for part 3 and still now the reason why I'm emphasizing this is different students share their perspective. And I really want to balance it up that it's, for some folks, a bit strenuous. For other folks, not as strenuous. And I think the reason is because PMI have so many questions that they can throw. You got to be ready to grab whatever they give you and run with it and just follow through. And that is pretty much what you did. So you went through the 6th edition, you hammered on the Agile Practice Guide, right? You read the Agile Practice Guide, and then you took so many things on the Praizion site. They were so well prepared, and you came for a number of lessons learned like this, which is why I'm really grateful that you come to give back. Some people run away after they get sort of, I know, I'm scared of the camera, but you come on here and you are trying to help people. So I really appreciate that. Scoring above target on all domains, and you got done in like how many minutes overall, or hours?
It was an hour, 30 minutes.
Chandra, are you hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Are she and Jeanette kindred spirits? I mean, what's going on?
Wow. The funny thing, that the commonality between both of these awesome ladies is they were new to Agile. They hadn't, what industry are you from, Mary, again? What industry have you worked in a lot? Healthcare, okay. So Gannett is from construction, you're from health, but still you've not really used Agile that much. You come into the class and we throw Agile at you. That's the first thing that we give you, just Agile ad nauseum for days and weeks. And then after Agile, we go into predictive. And to be quite honest, when we go into predictive, we're not hitting it the same way we hit the Agile with all ferocity. Instead, we're hitting predictive with, I would say it's a 60-40 or 70-30 in favor of Agile, but we do cover the mindset. And that's what both of you have in common, in that you don't have any prior Agile and you just come in and embrace the mindset. And that just seems to take you, through, even though you do all the predictive stuff as well. So what advice do you have for our friend Chandra here, who's taking the exam in sometime in the next month? And all our other friends, those who are not here, any advice how they could study, what they should study, what they should do?
Okay, I would say study agile.
Hmm.
Yeah, and try to understand the mindset. It's very important. Also, understand predictive, just understand what predictive is. But the agile is like most of what you would do would be agile. And I would also suggest the questions were very long. So you
Hmm.
take the mock exam,
Hmm.
please.
Yeah.
Take the mock exam, take all the exams, take all the tests on the LMS, take everything and take them over and over and over again, because it will help you. It would really help you. Yeah, and maybe just learn how to read fast, because the questions are really long, very
Hmm.
long. So you want to learn how to read fast and how to cancel out some answers. I can't remember what we call it in class.
The process of elimination.
Process of elimination. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that helped me. Yes, and just relax. If you understand the mindset of an agilist, I think you're good to go.
Mm.
Yeah.
So helpful. So helpful. Let's go to the last few slides. We have Mary, and I appreciate you jumping in here with us. And
Hey, Phil, can I ask a question?
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So, Mary, how did you find the test center itself? I mean, you said that you had, I guess, the 3 breaks. Do they physically come in and get you? Do you go out? I mean, what was
No.
that like? Are you in a room by yourself?
No, there were other 3 people. We were
Okay.
4 in the room, and yeah, so they gave us they gave us like a sheet of paper. So if you want to go out, you just raise that and just wave it. So somebody, because the
Oh,
camera
okay.
there, so they are watching. So you just wave, and then they come in to get you out, and then you go out, and then they escort you back to your seats. So you don't get to leave by yourself and come in by yourself. They have to bring you in and take you out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, you've got this person walking in and out of the room while you're testing. It's kind of, yeah. So I was worrying about
It could
about the
be.
distractions and things like that. Yeah. I mean, I know you've got the other testers coming in and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but okay. So they didn't know that you were complete in 30 minutes with your first piece. You just,
Yeah.
I'm done, and you raised up the little
Yeah.
paper and they came and got you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And do they have those like cubicle-like structures where it
Yes.
blocks out? Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you eat anything? Did you take any water with you, or what was your break like?
Yeah, I ate something in the house before leaving, but I didn't take anything with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you just strolled around for the break, used the restroom, come
Yeah,
back.
use the restroom. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And of course, you're all masked up. They make you wear the mask.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
pull it
And
down
then
when
you
you
have
come back in.
No, you don't get to take the marks off when you're in the building.
Oh, wow. Okay. So when they're
You have to wear the
when they're
marks
verifying
throughout
that it's
the
you,
process.
you pull it down when you get there at first, right? So they can check your ID, or not really?
Yes, when they want to, because they take a picture of you.
Yeah.
So you do that, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, so let's jump into just a few more and taking a look at the ITTOs, because we still get the question, oh, should I cram all those 100? What advice do you have in general concerning the ITTOs, inputs, tools, techniques, outputs?
I didn't get anything from ITTOs.
So if someone spends like hours just trying to cram them, isn't that a waste of time?
It is a total waste of time.
Okay. So the right level, I mean, should one read them like at a high level to understand them, or should one just totally blow past them?
I think I think it's okay to just understand.
Okay.
But you
At a
don't
high
have
level.
to cram and no.
Got you, got you. So the language on the exam is not like, I wish I could show an example here. Let me show an example. Let's make it a practical session. I'm all about being pragmatic. Let's make it practical. So that our viewers can see, because there are many questions that pass as mock questions on the exam. And it's important that we delineate those questions that are still out there, that a lot of people are relying on, that probably would never see the light of day on the PMP exam as it is today. So let me show you some of those. They're nice little trivia questions, but you comment as someone who has been through the journey, how valuable is a question like this? On a scale of 1 to 100, a 0 to 100, what value does a question like this give you as a student on the exam? Would it be more like a 50, or would it be more like a 25, or what would you say?
Okay. I'd say, because the questions are scenario based,
Uh-huh.
I didn't really get any questions like this.
Right. So it would be fair to say this is very low value, correct?
Yeah.
Right, right. Good. Let's see.
But I saw some questions some of my questions on the exam were like the ones on the mock exam.
On the mock, gotcha. More like the Praizion mock. Exactly. Yeah. Because these are not from our mock exam. Like these are focusing a little bit more on you knowing what something is, like knowing what a tool technique. And and this isn't the way to go, is it? This is not the way to go. Exactly. So thank you for sharing that. And let's bring up another type of question set. I'm going to bring up a question set that I put on YouTube a few days ago. I just call it questions for newbies. And I'm going to put up, I don't know if you might have seen that video, but let's see, something more like this. Let's bring up this one. Okay. Something like this.
Okay. Yeah.
More in this vein. Gotcha, gotcha. Very helpful. So I just want to send a message to some of our friends who are on all sorts of study platforms. If you're getting a lot of questions about ITTOs and knowledge areas and theory and stuff, process groups, it's probably not going to manifest like that on the exam. It could help your overall knowledge of project management, but in terms of taking the bull by the horns and hitting the exam where it hurts, you want to do more situational stuff. Let's show one or two more so Mary can comment. Let me show you one or two other questions from this this bank. So something like this.
Yeah, I mean, I got something like this.
And some of them are short as well. They're not all long, right?
Yeah,
so something like this. Okay. This one, what should you do next with a stakeholder? And will the answers be longer? Are some of the answers several lines long? Like, let me show you one. Are some of the answers long like this? Like many lines long?
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yes, I got a question like this.
Good to know. And then things that have many lines in the answers. Did you get some that were 2-line long answers? Or not that bad?
Yes, I
okay.
did.
Okay. It's good to know. Good to know. All right. And then, questions such as what is consistent with Agile? What is consistent with, being in an Agile environment and things like that? Good. This is so helpful. Yeah, I'm glad we made it a working session. All right, so now our students who are watching, they know that questions that are primarily focused on ITTOs are phased out. They're
Yeah.
not on the exam anymore. They used to be, but not anymore. All right. Solange, welcome. If you got any questions for Mary, please put them in the comments or just on mute, and feel free to join us on here if you want to. Welcome, welcome. So let's talk about these three. So people, you've pretty much given us that. Process, because a lot of times people see process as 50% and they're concerned. What advice do you have for someone trying to do good with process?
Okay, for process, I'd say the questions were more people than process.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What
they
about
were,
business?
and business too. They were more process than business in the questions too.
Okay, okay, okay. And you've already given us the breakdown of agile, hybrid, predictive,
Mhm.
right? Your summaries have really helped. Let's see. So one more time, the navigation of the exam. Did you have any, so you pretty much were doing every section in about 30 minutes, right? Roughly, sounds like 30 to 40
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you took all the breaks. You had a boatload of time left after the exam. Did
Yeah.
you question yourself? Is this the right test to be in? Oh,
Yes. When I was going to submit for the last time, I was like, this is too, I mean, this was easy. Am I sure that I did
let
the
me
right
go
thing?
back and check. Oh my goodness.
Like
Oh
I'm
dear.
sure I did the right thing, so I just clicked submit and
Oh dear. All right. And one more time, let's really emphasize the knowledge areas. So you were very comfortable with the language, the narrative, right?
yeah,
And you said communications was big,
yeah.
stakeholder,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you said risk.
Yeah. And
And
now I see resources. I saw resources there.
ah,
Yeah. Resources, that's where we have the team building, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, double tick for that one. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And let's see.
I got one question from costs. So it wasn't,
Wow, wow. What about things like scheduling, critical path, forward path, backward path?
scheduling, not so much, but
Not really.
I think I got 2 questions from scheduling, yeah.
Okay.
And
So I
scope
mean, it's
wasn't too big too, yeah.
scope wasn't big, huh?
No.
Wow. What about the concepts from chapters 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, I got, that's where we have the OPAs, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I got questions. I didn't get any EFs, but I got
Okay.
OPAs, yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So I mean, it wasn't for naught that we went through the 6th edition.
No.
Because
Okay.
here's my dilemma, Mary. I still have a lot of my colleagues saying to their students, read the 6th, like read it from, cover to cover and read it 2 times. And my narrative is now becoming speed read it. Don't go spending days and days and days. Speed read it, spend more time reading the Agile Practice Guide and the Scrum Guide, and spend more time reading the publications that Praizion is about to come out with, like the Layman's Guide to Project Management, which is a very small book, but it focuses more on the mindset. And then I've got this entire set of mindset slides that Chandra and her friends in the class and Solange and co, they are actually going through with me right now. So our emphasis is less on ITTOs. As the years have gone on, it's become less and less. And I think based on what you've told us today, that sounds like we're on par. Go on, Chandra.
What about formulas?
I didn't get any formal questions.
Chandra is in disbelief.
That is what has kept me from taking the exam on more than one
Wow.
occasion, just being
Wow.
honest. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there are no
You're going to do well. Go on,
Thank
Mary.
you.
What did you say?
No formulas, no, none.
Wow.
None.
Wow. Wow.
But I got I think it was the power interest grid. I got
Okay.
that. Yeah. So I saw
Just the
that.
grid and
Yeah.
solving the, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
This has been so helpful, so helpful. Can you give some closing remarks and closing comments, Mary? Anything else you want to share with our friends?
Okay, Phil, I just want to thank you for everything that you're doing to help. I'm really grateful. You were
Oh,
like
thank you.
you're like my guiding angel in the hall. Yeah, and for the people who are about to take the exam, I am confident that if you're here, you're going to pass it. So, I mean, just do everything Phil is asking you to do and do it over and over again. Please focus on Agile and try to imbibe the mindset. It will help you. And the manifesto, the principles, please do learn those. It will help. And just do everything Phil is asking you to do. You know.
Thank you, Mary. It's a pleasure. And please say hi to your sister. Thank her for introducing you to the program. And also tell her we're waiting for her to come on the program, hopefully next month. She's going to come on the program soon.
Oh, but she's certified.
Oh, she got certified. She did.
Yeah, but she did. I mean, she got certified on her 5th attempt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
See, that's all the effort. We save people if they come on the program with us. Won't take all that effort. But I'm glad that she's gotten it now, and we're actually friends on LinkedIn. So yeah, very good. Well, Mary, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chandra.
Thank
Solange,
you.
thank you for
Everyone.
coming. And
congrats to
everyone,
us. Yeah.
thank you. And a shout out to our friends on YouTube. We're about to disconnect. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.